What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. As a lot of you know, I've been playing around with the Dryad a little bit, as suggested to me by Blade and Hypnotoad. I know I've been playing with some Dryad builds, and bees are still really strong in all of their wonkiness with their funky AI and with their targeting issues and everything else. They are still just super strong, and we're going to do some boosted bees builds here on floor 62. We're in the Greystone Plaza. Now, all I am really going to focus on is trees, bees, and boost auras. I may throw a poison dart tower in here and there just for a little extra something. I'm going to use bees as the air defense and as the lane defense. Now, I'm going to do it on one Dryad here, so I am mixing up the defenses just a little, but not too bad. I'm going with a tree with just this relic. It's a throwaway relic on it here. Anti-chaos, obviously that does nothing, but defense range servo will help a little bit. Not that it matters though, because I am going with power pylon, as you see, so I'm going to stack the bees and the buff as close to the tree as possible, and then fortification and deadly strikes. Now on the bees, I've got this power servo, anti-melee servo, really low roll on it, almost actually at the Chaos 7 minimum for 6 to 10 upgrades. However, with my Ascension, it should be more than enough to get the job done, and it's got power servo and anti-melee, which both of those will help out considerably. Now I'm going with a mass destruction shard. Now, most of my resets here I have not been using any hyper shards just because I don't want to spend the gold. However, you can't say they're not really fun, and mass destruction is no different. It is super fun stuff. So I'm stacking mass destruction with destruction and defense rate on those bees. And then for the boost aura, I've got this bad boy. Could not find a decent throwaway boost aura relic for the life of me. So this is what I got. Now I'm going with baby auras, as all we care about is just getting those bees buffed right around that tree. So going with boosted power, destruction, and vampiric empowerment. And I guess I'm getting a little benefit. I'm getting benefit from that crit damage servo. That unique crit damage servo is actually not even going to apply because I'm going to use more than one. And let's go ahead and see what we can do. Now first off here we got Lava Zerker Whompers, so we got no throwers. I'm just going to go right out in the open with it. So I'm going to throw down a tree. I'm going to get a boost aura right by it. And then let's go... Let's see, we'll start off with, say, 4 bees. And we'll see how... Actually, I can go ahead and put a 5th. I know I can. So let's just go 5 bees right there. Alright, now up top we got throwers and healers. So as you see, there are hex throwers. Now, I don't want to bust out the EV2, although I could, and throw a reflect beam in front of it. I just kind of want... I just want to hide the tree. So I'm just going to put the tree down here. It's going to be kind of hidden. Nothing can throw at it really until probably right here. And I'm hoping all the baddies are going to be long dead by then. So let's go ahead and go with something. Let's see. What the heck? Let's go with 4 of them down here, and I am going to put 1 up top, just to make sure I am taking advantage of those flyers. Now we'll have to look and see if this one is even getting buffed at all. Yeah, it is. It's got that lovely purple glow to it. And then let's take a look over here. Here we got Zerker's healers, and it is an armored lane. Now bees, of course, are physical damage, so I'm fighting the system here, but I'm going to do it anyway. So let's throw a tree down here. I think on this lane maybe we'll do that PDT just to get some magic damage flowing in it. And then let's see, we'll go 1, 2. Let's see, we'll do 3, 4 over here. Do we want a 5th? Eh, why not? Still got tons and tons of DU left. And then a poison dart tower. Now on the poison dart tower, I've got this crit damage servo and a piercer servo, destruction, defense rate, and vampiric empowerment. Not a bad throwaway relic right there, so I am not complaining about that at all. And let's just get that poison damage going right up front. And then what do we have here? Sparks and shields. So we kind of got lucky. We got no ranged mobs on any of the lanes except one. So that is the only lane I really needed to hide the tree. Everywhere else I can just kind of throw it right out there and call it good and not worry about it. And let's see, let's go as many bees as we can here. Actually, I think we can do 5, no problem. Yeah. And then I still have 120 DU left, so I could throw another poison dart tower in up here, maybe? And I could even throw some more bees in somewhere. Why don't we do this? Let's throw another PDT in. We'll put this one... Let's put it like that. It'll hit them up top, and then again, if anything, makes the loop. So that's kind of a last resort PDT, but it will help out. And then just to make sure we don't have any flyer issues here, let's see, where can we put some bees up high? Let's go right about here, and then we'll just kind of ignore those flyers. Actually, I think over there might be better. Let's put them right here. That's pretty darn good right there. I like it. Now, only 20 DU left. I'm just going to ignore that. Now, on the Dryad, I'm going to be doing just terrible DPS. So if I do get a Drakenlord or whatever, I'm going to have to switch over to the Monk. As you see, my Dryad's pretty much unmodded and unsharded. I am going with this spectral chip. Let's get that bad boy in there. And then I've got, I think, 1 or 2 gilded shards. Actually, I got a mana capacitor and a celestial attunement gilded. However, the rest of the shards aren't. They're critical strikes gilded as well. The rest of these guys are just not even upgraded at all. I'm just going to leave it. And it's in campaign gear. So if I do get in a pinch, I'll just make the switch over to the Monk and wreck up all the faces. Alright, let's see. Do we need anything else? I'm going to just hold that 200 and see what lane is the weakest through wave 1. And then I'm going to throw that extra 200 into that one. The bees are actually just annihilating. I always worry a little bit about the Lady Orcs, as the bees' targeting is a little bit off, and sometimes like a Lady Orc will run right past them and be wailing on the tree, and all the bees will be up on the other side of the lane fighting things. So I do go in and out of corruption quite a bit to kind of negate that effect slightly. It puts, you know, if a Lady Orc or anything else for that matter is going to be beaten on the tree, and I leave corruption and then go back in, that gives me a fresh bee right there, and hopefully gives them an opportunity to retarget. So if you are having any problems like that with retargeting your bees, try just going in and out of corruption, and that will make a big difference for you. Let's see, upgrades for everyone. Good enough. Let's make it happen. These guys are just getting wrecked up here. Now that long shot is actually really helping out because the bees do have a huge natural range. They are destroying it. I actually am kind of curious as to how well bees would do on some Omega waves in higher Onslaught if you fine-tune your bees specifically for that. Like if you went with the anti-melee, anti-chaos, and anti-mini-boss. I just really think bees would completely destroy bosses. I do. As their beast mode. Their beast mode as it is. Let's see, let's go in. Oh, didn't get to come back out. We left corruption, didn't get a chance to go back into corruption. Was trying to get some bees refreshed right there for that assassin that was about to make life miserable for me. It's just straight up smoking it. Now I'm obviously going through ancient power resets. I got the high ascension, and this is just floor 62, but it makes it just super good for doing AP resets. You know, situationally, of course. If you have a super heavy frost lane or something like that, your bees could definitely get overrun. If you do something like this and you just say, you know, GTFO mutator, I'm going to ignore you, and I'm straight up getting a 50% damage reduction. Straight up. My bees are doing 50% less damage on this lane, yet it's still enough. Now I do have the supplemental damage going back here as well, which certainly doesn't hurt none. That is for sure. Just tearing right through these Lady Orcs like they're nothing. Of course, it's a matter of them targeting the Berserker Lady Orcs, though. If they're not targeting them, then, you know, then they're not hitting them. What more can you say? There's, to be honest, even during the bee meta, when the bees were king, they've always had a slight targeting issue. Absolutely always. Almost from the second they existed, there's been a targeting issue. Not just with the bees, but almost all of the Dryad's defenses, to be honest with you. Now, a smart move here, if I wanted to build all Dryad, would have been going like Slimes, Nimbus, something like that over on this particular Spellbreaker lane. That would have been a much, much smarter move, but of course I don't have those defenses geared or sharded right now, so I'm just all about them bees. All about them bees! See, like there, I want to go in and out of Corruption, as I had Lady Orcs coming up top, yet all those top bees actually came down to this lane. That is one of the reasons I don't use Deadly Strikes on bees, or do I put any range into it other than the range gambit. And the reason being is, it can really distract from the bee's damage. If a bee has to travel too far before it attacks anything, or if it's attacking something in the wrong lane, then that's only going to hurt things. Certainly not going to help. Looking good so far, though. Wow, lots of Lady Orcs here. We got a Bastille Master. Now, Bastille Masters, that's another big benefit. For those that have been using a lot of weapon manufacturers, you know, we all know Bastille Master wrecks weapon mans. Not the case with the Buzzy Bees. So the bees will treat the Bastille Master in a very brutal fashion. There's no doubt there. See, it just tears through that 20 mil DPS on that assassin just super, super quick. And there we go, and we are on wave 5 just before you know it. Get some stars stacked. Now remember, when you're actively playing on the Dryad, if you start running out of your corrupted juice and you're having a problem staying corrupted, the answer there is to melee. As whenever the Dryad is meleeing, she is earning back her ability resource. So get up in there and smack some faces with your sword there. Spam some kitty cats, whatever you want to do on your Dryad. Just make sure to go punch things and get some of that juice back. Let's see how it does against this Lava Guardian. Just destroyed it. Completely annihilated that Lava Guardian like it was nothing. Very, very nice. And 114 bits left, but this is just going so smooth. I'm half tempted to come up here and sit and wait for the loot chest. But, you know, I won't do that. We got a Skarnash coming. Let's just park right here. Skarnash down. And then a bunch of flyers. There we go. Very, very nice. So that is a look at some boosted bees. And just having a little fun on the Dryad. Trying to mix it up through my AP resets. Just to keep things interesting. I think I'm going to do it towers only. Or maybe a boosted towers only and use some boost auras. I think I might do that for one of these playthroughs. Actually, I may even try to find a way to use a buff beam, which, you know, the buff beam needs love. But I think I might even try to find a way to fit a buff beam into the mix. Anyway, though, that will do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And as always, there will be much more Dungeon Defenders 2 coming this way. Thanks again. I'll see ya.